Good morning. I am Robert Post. I'm the Dean of the Yale Law School, and it's my pleasure to welcome you. You might be wondering why I'm welcoming you here, and the answer is because, as many of you already know, the Gruber Foundation and Yale University have entered into an agreement meant to ensure the continuity of the values of the Gruber Prize program. We at Yale Law School in particular are so pleased to be carrying forward the Foundation's commitment to justice and to, of particular relevance this morning, to the cause of women's rights. We shall do so, however, not through the awarding of prizes, but through educational programming, through seminars, through lectures, through fellowships. And the commitment of the Yale Law School to the principles and the values that the Gruber Prizes have served is very, very deep. It is written into the DNA of the mission and the projects and the educational programming of the Yale Law School. And so we are so very proud to be taking our place in advancing the values that have, for which the Gruber Foundation prizes have heretofore stood. And it is for that reason that it is my honor today to present to you Patricia Murphy Gruber, the president of the Gruber Foundation. Pat.
Good morning, and thank you, Dean Post, for those very warm words. Welcome to the presentation of the 9th and final Women's Rights Prize, honoring courageous individuals and groups who have made significant contributions to human rights that advance the rights of women and girls around the world. Thank you to everyone who's joined us today to celebrate the achievements of AVEGA Agahozo. We have many distinguished guests with us, but I would like to offer a special welcome to the Governor of the United States Virgin Islands, Governor and First Lady John and Cecile DeYoung. We are here to honor the achievements of AVEGA Agahozo, an organization that promotes the general welfare of widows through legal advocacy, social and economic development projects, and education, training, and other support that contributes to income generation and self-sufficiency. But before we say more about AVEGA, let me tell you a little about the company they are keeping with our other prizes. The Foundation's Prize Program, which was established in 2000, currently presents 5 annual $500,000 prizes in the fields of cosmology, genetics, neuroscience, justice, and women's rights. Each prize recognizes achievements and discoveries that produce fundamental shifts in human knowledge and culture. In October, the Justice Prize is going to be presented at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia to 5 recipients: Barbara Arnwine, Morris Dees, the Association for Civil Rights in Israel, the Center for Legal and Social Studies, and the Kurdish Human Rights Project. Later that month, at the 61st annual meeting of the American Society of Human Genetics in Montreal, the Genetics Prize will be presented to Ronald Davis. At the end of October, the Cosmology Prize will be presented at the Max Planck Institute for Astrophysics in Garching, Germany, to Mark Davis, George Efstathiou, Carlos Frink, and Simon White, known as the Gang of Four. In November, the Neuroscience Prize will be presented at the 41st annual meeting of the Society for Neuroscience to Huda Zogby. I'd like to acknowledge the vision and leadership of my husband, Peter Gruber, in establishing these prizes. Peter is ill and cannot be here with us today. In keeping with Peter's and my wishes, and as mentioned by Dean Post, we have enacted a succession plan for the foundation, and we're deeply satisfied that it will continue at Yale University. While the 3 science prizes will remain and retain the same format, the missions of the Justice and Women's Rights Prize will be carried forward by Yale in a different format as described by Dean Post. These will be the last prizes in Justice and Women's Rights this year, and the prizes will evolve into the Gruber Program for Global Justice and Women's Rights at Yale School of Law. The 3 components of the program, which will be the core, are the Global Constitutionalism Seminar, the Gruber Distinguished Global Justice and Women's Rights Lectures, and the Gruber Justice and Women's Rights Fellowships. We are confident we found a strong partner in Yale, and that the missions of the Justice and Women's Rights Prizes will be well served by the new program. So with enthusiasm for the future and a bit of nostalgia for the past, we invite you to appreciate this last prize. We have awarded the Women's Rights Prize annually to honor courageous efforts anywhere in the world to achieve gender equality. To say a few words about our laureates, I would like to present the chair of the 2011 Selection Advisory Board. The advisory board chooses the recipients each year. Pinar Ilkarajan. Pinar is the founding president of Women for Women's Human Rights New Ways, and she was awarded the prize in 2007 for her women's rights leadership at the global level. Pinar?
Thank you, Pat. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As Pat has said, the 2 organizations I have initiated, Women for Women's Human Rights in Turkey and the Coalition for Sexual and Bodily Rights in Muslim Societies, a network of 45 organizations working on sexual and bodily rights in the Middle East, North Africa, South and Southeast Asia, received the award in 2007. At the ceremony where we received the award, Peter Gruber told me that for him, this was the most important prize of the foundation, as his aim was to contribute to a world of equal citizens, a peaceful world, and he cannot imagine such a world without full gender equality and the contribution of women. Since then, I have had the opportunity also to witness the amazing nature of the award and its great impact on women's organizations through serving the foundation as a member of the jury for the prize. The award has been given to organizations working for the most difficult challenges in most difficult settings. For instance, CSPR, the Coalition for Sexual and Bodily Rights in Muslim Societies, is advocating for the most difficult challenge for Muslim women at the moment, especially in the Middle East, North Africa, and Southeast Asia, namely sexual, bodily, and reproductive rights as human rights in a setting of militarism, wars, increasing conservatism, and political misuse of religion, in our case Islam, against women, against their lives, and against their rights. But CSPR is not the only one. The Gruber Award has enabled many organizations working on the most difficult issues of women's human rights to be empowered and to gain national and international recognition to increase their impact and to continue their quest of humanity, peace, and equality, ranging from the Afghan Institute of Learning in Afghanistan, whose founder, Sakina, is with us today, to Yanar Muhammad for her work with the Organization of Women's Freedom in Iraq in the most difficult times Iraq was going through, from Leima Gubowi for her work with the Women in Peacebuilding Network of Liberia, to Claudem, a network of women's organizations working in Latin America for women's human rights, including on sexual and reproductive rights. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter's words, which reflected the richness of the inspiration behind this prize, and Patricia's amazing dedication to justice and humanity, which I had a chance to witness also during the 4 years that I served the jury for the prize, were in fact the real honor and joy for me in receiving this award. I thank once more Peter and Patricia and the wonderful staff of the foundation for their great work. I'm honored to be here with you at another historical moment where AVEGA is receiving the award for their miraculous work they have done in Rwanda, through their mere dedication to justice, women's equality, and humanity. And I'm very honored that to be here with you, where the award will be given to AVEGA for the last time in its present form. But I'm sure the Yale program will continue to contribute to international women's rights in a great manner. Thank you.